Have you ever wished to be someone who is unshakable? Someone who doesn't care about criticism, rejection, loss, or betrayal? Someone who walks through life untouched, unmoved, unbroken? Have you ever dreamed of the day when you will finally stop feeling that silent pain, that anguish that eats you up inside, even when you pretend to be fine on the outside? Maybe you're tired of trying to please everyone, of maintaining an image that requires strength all the time, when in reality, all you want's to rest, just for a moment, to stop carrying the weight of being untouchable. But let me tell you something that perhaps no one has had the courage to say. As long as you try to avoid pain, it will continue to control you. As long as you numb yourself, protect yourself, hide, you will remain a hostage to the words that hurt you, to the actions that disappoint you, to the silences that kill you inside. And this is not weakness. This is the reality for most people. The difference? Some pretend better than others. Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in depth psychology, said something that cuts to the bone. We are not what happens to us. We are what we choose to become. And that's where the key lies. This isn't about shielding yourself from the world. It's not about becoming cold, indifferent, or untouchable. It's about integrating, bringing to light everything that currently affects you in the dark. Because true strength isn't the absence of pain. It's the full awareness of who you are, even when you are bleeding. If you've made it this far, it's not by chance. This is for you, the one who is tired of hurting, the one who feels like they're always at an emotional disadvantage, as if other people hold some invisible power over you. I want to show you that it doesn't have to be this way, but for that, you will have to face some truths that may hurt. And perhaps, for the first time, this pain will set you free. The brutal truth about what really hurts you. You believe that what hurts you is out there, in the actions of others, in their poorly chosen words, in the abandonments you suffered, in the betrayals you didn't see coming. But the truth is far more brutal. None of this has the power to hurt you, unless there is already an open wound inside you. What hurts you isn't what others do to you. It's what these experiences activate within you. It's the story you tell yourself about it. It's the old trauma that's never been addressed. It's the emptiness you disguise with strength, with pride, with that desperate need to seem well-adjusted. Jung showed us that the pain we feel in the face of the external world is merely a reflection of what hasn't yet been integrated in our internal world. That's why some people can go through devastating situations and still maintain clarity, while others crumble at a single comment. It's not about what happens. It's about where it hits you. And here comes an uncomfortable truth. You still suffer so much because, on some level, you believe you can control how the world should treat you. You're still trying to be good enough, smart enough, strong enough, understanding enough, as if that guarantees no one will hurt you. But control is an illusion. And as long as you cling to it, you live in constant tension, trying to predict the unpredictable, trying to avoid the inevitable. Do you want to stop suffering? Then stop protecting yourself from suffering. What you need isn't more control, it's more awareness. As long as you believe that people need to change for you to stop feeling pain, you will remain enslaved by their actions. Your freedom begins the moment you understand this. Everything that comes from outside only has power if it finds an echo within you. And this is where the true battlefield lies, the unconscious. The war you didn't know you were fighting. The biggest lie you've been told, that you are in control of your life. Wake up. You're not. At least not as long as you continue living on autopilot, reacting without knowing why, feeling without understanding where it comes from, making decisions that you later sabotage. Carl Jung made this painfully clear. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. And that's exactly what's happening to you right now. The pain you feel, the anger that explodes out of nowhere, the sadness that invades you without explanation. None of this is random. They are messages, coming from parts of you that have been forgotten, ignored, repressed. Jung referred to this dark territory as the unconscious. And it's not just a cloud of vague thoughts. It's an active force, an entire system of memories, traumas, desires, and fears that you refuse to face. Yet they decide what you feel and how you act. You wonder why certain words destroy you while others don't care. Because those words touch sensitive points within you that are still alive. And if they're alive, it's because you've never confronted them. You've only pushed them under the psychological rug, and now you keep tripping over them. Jung said, "We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses." And what have you been doing? Judging yourself, repressing yourself, silencing yourself, as if that would solve anything. The truth? The unconscious doesn't disappear just because you ignore it. It only finds more dangerous ways to manifest. In toxic relationships you repeat, in patterns of self-sabotage you can't break, in anxieties that arise when everything seems fine. This isn't bad luck. It's your unconscious trying to wake you up, but you insist on sleeping. Do you want to be someone who is no longer hurt? Then stop running from what's inside you, because as long as you don't know your unconscious, you will be a puppet of your emotions. And the more you try to protect yourself from external pain, the more vulnerable you become to internal pain. But there is a way out, and it's not in defending yourself. It's in integrating yourself. Because becoming untouchable isn't an act of resistance. It's an act of deep knowing. And that's where we're going next. The pain you feel isn't coming from outside. It's coming from the parts of yourself you've locked away. Jung called this the shadow, the rejected, shamed, hidden aspects of your psyche that still control you precisely because you refuse to face them. The illusion of control. Think of the last time someone's words cut deeper than they should have. That sting wasn't about them. It was about the unhealed wound their words touched inside you. The criticism that devastates you, it lands on your own secret self-doubt. The rejection that crushes you, it echoes your own fear of being unworthy. The betrayal that shatters you, it triggers your deepest terror of abandonment. This is the cruel joke of self-protection. The more you try to control how others affect you, the more power you give them. You've been playing a game where the rules are rigged against you. Every time you say, "I won't let this hurt me," you're admitting it could hurt you. Every time you force yourself not to care, you're proving you do care. The betrayal you didn't see coming. Here's the truth no one tells you. Your deepest wounds weren't caused by others. They were caused by you abandoning yourself. That time you swallowed your anger to keep the peace. That was self-betrayal. The moments you silenced your truth to be loved, that was self-abandonment. The years spent pretending you're fine when you weren't, that was self-rejection. Jung warned, what you resist not only persists, but will grow in size. And what have you been resisting? Your own humanity, your need for love, your right to anger, your capacity for weakness, your hunger for connection. You've disowned these parts, and now when someone else triggers them, it feels like an attack. But it's not. It's your soul trying to reclaim what you've cast away. The prison of perfection. You think emotional armor makes you strong? Look closer. That strength is just another cage. The need to always be composed, fear of being seen as fragile, the refusal to show neediness, terror of being dependent, the performance of indifference, panic at being perceived as caring too much. This isn't strength. It's fear wearing a mask. Nietzsche saw this clearly. You must become who you are, not who you think you should be, not who others need you to be, who you are. But to do that, you must face what you've been running from, the fork in the road. You now have two choices. Keep building walls, numb yourself further, double down on control, live in quiet desperation. Remain a prisoner to every external event. Begin the real work. Face your shadows. Reclaim your disowned parts. Stop betraying yourself. Become unshakable from the inside. This isn't about becoming heartless. It's about becoming whole. The path isn't easy. It demands brutal honesty. It requires feeling what you spent years avoiding. But on the other side, a freedom you can't yet imagine. You walk through the world believing you're free. But every reaction, every trigger, every moment of pain whispers the truth. You're haunted, not by ghosts, but by the parts of yourself you've buried alive. The repeating curse, that toxic relationship pattern, the job where you always feel undervalued, the friends who somehow never truly see you. These aren't coincidences. They're repetition compulsions, Jung's term for how unhealed trauma recreates the same wounds until we finally face them. Your unconscious isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to heal you. By bringing you face to face with familiar pain, it screams, "Here, this is what needs your attention." But you keep looking outward, blaming, "Why do I attract these people? Why does this always happen to me?" When the real question is, what in me still resonates with this pain? The betrayal blind spot. Consider this paradox. The people who hurt you most profoundly only had that power because you gave it to them. Not consciously, not willingly, but through the unconscious contracts of unresolved wounds. The abandoned child in you seeks saviors. The criticized teen in you craves validation. The betrayed lover in you expects disaster. Frankl's words cut deep. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Yet you keep trying to change. The wrong partners into right ones, cold parents into warm ones, toxic workplaces into nurturing ones, while the real transformation waits within. The bait and switch of modern healing. The self-help industry lied to you. It sold you affirmations when you needed annihilation. It gave you positivity when you needed shadow work. It taught you to manifest better when you needed to meet your darkness. Jung warned, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Yet you've been chasing good vibes only while your shadows plot revenge, practicing letting go without ever understanding what you're holding, protecting your energy while your unconscious leaks power daily. This isn't healing. This is spiritual bypassing. The body never lies. Your mind can deceive you. Your persona can fool others. But your body, it keeps score. That tension in your shoulders, unspoken boundaries. The stomach aches before social events, fear of being seen. The chronic fatigue, soul exhaustion from performing fine. Sartre was right. We are our choices. But what about the choices you didn't make? The truths you didn't speak? The selves you didn't become? Your body remembers them all. The fork in the road, redux. You now see the invisible bars of your cage. Continue the charade. Keep spiritual bypassing. Stay in repetitive cycles. Let your body pay the price. Remain a ghost in your own life. Begin the descent. Map your triggers to their roots. Let your body speak its truth. Stop abandoning yourself, fetite. Become real instead of healed. This isn't about fixing yourself. It's about reclaiming yourself. The path down is dark, but what waits in those depths isn't your destruction. It's your wholeness. You've spent your life running from the storm, but true power isn't found in escape. It's found in the eye of the hurricane, the death of the victim. Every time you say, "They made me feel," this always happens to me. Why does no one understand? You sign a contract of powerlessness. Nietzsche's words cut through the illusion. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. But you've been seeking meaning out there in apologies never given, in love never returned, in fairness never delivered. The revolution begins when you stop waiting to be saved. The alchemy of anger. Your rage isn't a flaw, it's a compass. That burning fury when someone crosses your boundaries, that simmering resentment when you're taken for granted. Don't suppress it, decode it. Anger at being interrupted, a childhood of being silenced, rage at betrayal, ancient wounds of abandonment, frustration with unfairness. Your inner justice demanding expression. Jung saw it clearly. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. Your anger isn't the enemy. Your repressed angers, the sacred pause. Between stimulus and response, there's a split second of freedom. Most never see it. You react, you explode, you collapse. But warriors, they choose. Practice the art of the pause. When triggered, freeze. Drop into your body. Ask, what old wound is this touching? Respond from who you are, not what happened. This isn't control, it's sovereignty. The shadow's gift. Those traits you hate in others, they're your disowned shadows. The colleague's arrogance mirrors your suppressed ambition. The friend's neediness reflects your denied vulnerability. The partner's coldness echoes your frozen emotions. As Jung famously said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Integration exercise. Identify someone who triggers you. Name what specifically bothers you. Ask, when have I done or felt this? Find the healthy expression of this trait. The parts you reject hold your power. The unbreakable paradox. Here's the secret no guru will tell you. You become invulnerable by embracing your vulnerability. Strength isn't never falling, it's knowing you'll rise. Confidence isn't no fear, it's fear without paralysis. Love isn't no risk, it's risking with open eyes. Frankl's wisdom rings true. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. The warrior's vow. From this moment forward, I will stop abandoning myself to be loved. I will use triggers as maps to my healing. I will reclaim my disowned power. I will respond instead of react. I will turn my wounds into wisdom. This isn't positive thinking. This is psychological alchemy. You've been asking the wrong question this whole time. Not, how do I stop getting hurt? But why does this still have power over me? The final illusion. There is no state where pain stops touching you. The saints felt it. The warriors knew it. The sages acknowledged it. Buddha still got headaches. Christ still wept. Jung still had nightmares. Your goal isn't invulnerability, it's sovereignty. The anatomy of a trigger. When someone's words feel like a knife, the knife is real, their words, actions. The wound is real, your pain. But the bleeding, that's your unmetabolized past. As Jung observed, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. The alchemical shift. From why me to what is this here to teach me? From they hurt me to why does this still hurt? From I can't handle this to this is the curriculum. Viktor Frankl's prison wisdom applies to emotional pain. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. The unshakable core. Build your inner citadel. Witness consciousness. I notice I'm feeling triggered. Not I am triggered. Somatic anchoring. Feel your feet. Breathe into your belly. The body is your time machine out of trauma time. Shadow integration. Every reaction points to unhealed material. Your discomfort is your growth edge, the ultimate realization. You've been seeking armor when what you needed was awareness. Not thicker skin, clearer sight. Not emotional numbness, conscious choice. And not protection from life, full participation in it. The warrior's prayer. Let me feel everything so I may truly live. Let life break me open, not to destroy me, but to reveal me. I am not fragile. I am not unbreakable. I am resilient, like a forest that burns, only to grow back, lusher than before. The last truth. No one escapes unscathed. The choice isn't between pain and no pain. It's between pain that transforms you, pain that repeats endlessly. Jung's final word on the matter. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely.